Hello, welcome. We're playing video games again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been about a year, I guess.
Oh my god, really? Oh yeah, like
We
last
played
summer.
Spyro? Yeah.
Yeah. So we played Spyro. It was great. Then we started another childhood classic of Cole's, Crash.
Yeah, we started Crash 2, and then the emulator lost our save and broke, and it was just annoying to try and fix it.
And now we're back with something that's given us absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
This wonderful modern piece of technology.
Really easy to set up.
We
Holy
spent
fuck.
maybe half an hour getting to this point, but we're here now, and we're gonna play some fucking Crash.
Let's start with Crash 1, yeah.
Yeah, because I was very confused in Crash 2 as to what was going on.
I'm gonna strangle you.
Who are all these bandicoots? Why is Ripperoo so angry at them?
There's like two bandicoots, and Ripperoo's not even the main villain.
Why is this Majin person orchestrating all this terror?
Majin?
Yeah, he's got the M on his head, doesn't he?
He's got an N.
Oh.
You know what that
I
stands
know
for.
that's even worse. That's even worse.
Because it's for his neocortex, because he has a big brain. He's kind of like Jimmy Neutron.
This is kind of like the bad end of Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, kind of.
That he's just tormenting animals.
Should turn up the TV a bit, since the mic is facing away from it,
Yeah, that should be okay.
so I can hear what's happening.
So yeah, this is... When did this come out, this remake?
Like 2018 or 2019.
Pretty modern. Graphics already pretty nice.
Yeah, there's things about it I like and things about that I don't visually. But it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like a PS1 game, and occasionally it bothers me that it doesn't look like a PS1 game.
Nah, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
There are certain things that just look worse when they're not PS1. And also, that's funny, that's like a thing they added to like Girl Boss Crash's girlfriend.
Wait, what? So, okay, I don't understand at all what I just saw.
So basically,
Dr. N-Word was experimenting on Crash.
Dr. Gentleman was he's like done
tortured
he's done
Crash?
multiple experiments on animals to give them human intelligence, and Crash Bandicoot was supposed to be like his masterpiece, and instead he's just like a retarded guy. I should look at the actual screen this is on instead of the screen that's capturing it.
That would be beneficial, yes. Unless you want to make this a really absurd challenge run. Just adding like probably 12 frames delay for no reason.
But yeah, so he wanted to make these perfect intelligent bandicoots, and Crash was kind of dumb, and he was trying to make them smarter, I think.
Is it explained why he wanted to do that?
I don't know, because he's like a mad scientist.
Okay, that's fair.
You just look at him and you're like, oh yeah.
He's crazy.
I understand his deal.
He wants to talk to the bandicoots.
Yeah, and then that's like Crash's girlfriend, Fauna Bandicoot, and she's like held captive by Cortex. But this is also like the only game where he has a girlfriend. Except for like, I think the new one, 4, they like brought her back. But I remember there was lore that like, she leaves Crash and eventually starts going out with one of the villains from this game, which is kind of funny.
That's bizarre. And this just kind of happens like off screen. It's just like mentioned in like
Yeah, it's not like a
Crash's backstory for Crash 4. He's like, I can't believe she fucking left me. For Ripperoo.
Well, he doesn't talk, he just makes noises. So, I mean, you know, communication breakdown. What's the most important part of a relationship?
Communication.
Exactly.
But can she talk?
Yeah.
Okay, because when I looked at her, it looked like she could talk. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, she can
But
talk.
just her character design.
In 2, you meet Coco Bandicoot, which is Crash's cool technology sister who wears
remember her.
overalls and has a laptop.
Yeah,
it was the
she
90s.
talks to you through a hologram.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
can speak. Every other
Everybody but
character-
Crash can speak.
Yeah, everyone
And they
but
were-
Crash is smart.
Oh, this has like a Donkey Kong Country style map.
Yeah.
That's cool, that's cool. It's interesting that even in this cutscene, the level indicators and trails are still there.
Yeah. Okay, let's to the bonus level. We're not going to do that. I was just on Insanity Beach. What am I doing?
Going for 100%?
Absolutely not in this game. Are you kidding me?
103%?
It's
Shadows
good.
Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah, time trials though. That's cool.
Oh, so if you grab that, it like starts the time trial?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty sweet, yeah.
Quit?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
The game just closes. We can never open it again.
Oh my god. Yeah, jungle rollers. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, so here's the thing about Crash 1, right?
Mm.
Is that it's actually, like, really fucking annoying to play.
Is that why we started with Crash 2?
Yeah,
the
well,
other
I mean,
time?
Crash 2 is my favorite, but also, like, there's just, like, obviously the movement in this game is simplified. Especially because it was a PS1 game. Because, like, obviously I grew up playing the PS1 version. Which is where the analog stick is not a thing you can use.
Okay.
It's literally just jump
So
and
it's
spin.
just 8-directional movement.
And there's just a bunch of, like, weird, kind of asshole-ish design. Okay, perfect. It's like waiting to get into the next triple mask. But yeah, so that's another thing to know, is that there's the masks. You die in one hit, but if you have a mask, then you'll die, and you get, like,
And
extra
if you
hit
get-
points, and if you get 3 masks, then you get to be invincible and, like, run faster for a while.
I saw that on the tooltip.
Oh, yeah, there's tooltips, because this is, like,
It's a modern-ass game!
This is a video game from not, like,
Oh, do you have to, like,
1990s.
snipe that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's annoying already.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff like that.
Alright, now, returning to the more important topic.
Uh,
Why does Crash's girlfriend date a guy who can't talk?
I mean, I don't know. Good
Because
dick.
as you said, what's the most important thing in relationship? Communication.
Yeah, well, he communicates with his Bandicoot penis.
Well, maybe that's the number 0 most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah, anyways, you go like, "Oh, hey, babe," and then he's like,
Oh, no.
I stole her from you. You're
Oh,
never gonna
shit.
get her back.
She could have ran away or something. That's not very
So-
girl boss of her.
Well, yeah, it's funny because it's just like the game's plot, I guess, kind of necessitates her to be a damsel in distress. Like whatever little plot there is, because it's like a fucking PS1 platformer. But,
Yeah.
Then obviously she just like they like change it because they want her to be like cool or progressive or whatever.
Yeah, she can kick a little ass, you
She can
know.
kick a little ass. She can like defend herself, but not enough to actually do anything, which is just like one of those funny, pointless changes.
She's not gonna show up as like a ninja form of herself and teach you songs.
Yeah, no. In the fourth one,
Because that's girl boss right
in
there.
the fourth one, it's like there's her from like another universe where it's like apocalyptic, and she has like a lesbian haircut.
Oh, of course, of
And-
course.
And then she can fight. She's like, I think she's playable in that game. I haven't played it yet. It's on my list. But
Okay, well, we could make this a whole big series.
Yeah, we can
Get-
play every Crash
explore a little Crash 4 together. That's a much more intricate plot than I expected from any of these games, to have post-apocalyptic alternate timeline
well, the plot
with
is actually,
obligatory badass lesbian haircut girl.
more there every game you go along. Like, it's never like, wow, but you know. Like, this game is just, I mean, it's set up like most platformers at the time, where like fucking Mario. Where it's just like, get the gal.
Just go.
There's a gal, go get her.
There's a lot of stuff in your way.
The longer you
You gotta
take,
go all the way
the
around
worse
here.
it's gonna be for that gal.
Just keep going, bud.
So, like, nothing's bad happening to her, but if there was, you wouldn't want to wait, because then you wouldn't be able to stop the bad stuff happening to her.
Yeah. It's always, they always
Like, who's the
kidnap these
perspective
people.
on that? I thought I was jumping on top of him, but perspective in these games is weird. Even in the remakes. They're very faithful, and because of that, there's also, like, a lot of jank that is carried over, especially from Crash 1.
So far, this reminds me most of Donkey Kong Country.
Should remind you of Donkey Kong 64.
I would say it's not at all like Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, not even a little bit, right?
But yeah, I don't know, just like the feeling, the world map for sure, and like the soundtrack feels very DKC.
Well, yeah, it's all jungly.
And then the uncanny feeling I'm getting is because of this remake, it just reminds me of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Which, this is all positive. Like, I love those games, so...
Yeah, those games are sweet.
It's like, I have that very childhood sense of, like, looking at the world map and being like, ooh, I want to see what this level is going to look like and stuff.
It'd be so cool if they didn't make Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze or
Ah.
whatever, like $8,000 on Switch. Can I just try it again?
I guess so.
It was not like that in the original.
Okay, there we
So,
go.
positive
That's
change.
a positive change. Our
Like-
life has quality.
It's like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some people who really want everything to be the same as challenging as this game, but like this was definitely the game I had the least amount of fun with as a kid. I used to just use the 100% code so I could go to any level.
Yeah. I remember doing a lot of stuff
many-
like that as a kid.
There's so many levels that are just like fucking impossible even now.
Yeah.
Like way later when you get to like the fucking highway levels, it's actually just like I'm gonna kill myself.
Alright, let's look forward to that. Cole's promised to kill himself
It's fucking
because
brutal,
of
man.
some unforeseen highway level.
There's just like a surprising amount of backtracking in this game, but the other ones don't have as much.
How does backtracking work? You get like
Well, because you just unlock gems and other levels that will then have gem platforms here that you can then go back and get everything.
Oh yeah, that was in the second game too. I
Yeah,
remember
but
talking
the
about
routing for that in the second game is just way more direct. What else is there to talk about the contrasts here?
I do really like I feel like the first games, or the originals on the PS1, were like pretty ambitious in terms of like background design and just having like lots of objects and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've really honored that in a way that I like. It's very pretty.
I just like the idea for these levels. Like, the environments aren't as varied as they get in 2 and 3, but just generally, like, this running directly at the screen as a level gimmick, I don't think was really done before.
Well, yeah, I was just about to ask, was this the actual first game that did that? Because I know it's before Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. Sonic is just biting Crash in, like, every way possible.
You know, it could be argued.
I
Could be argued.
I really don't think it could.
For the sake of argument, I will argue so now. You know what's interesting to me is I don't think this mechanic has ever appeared in Mario. Running towards the camera. No, I'm wrong. They did it in Odyssey, but I think that was the first time. There's
in Odyssey?
There's a bonus room where you have to run away from the T-Rex.
Yeah.
And it's towards the camera.
Okay,
and it's
yeah.
like, it's in the New York City level.
New Donk City.
New Donk City.
Yeah, I
and,
guess there's that. I don't know.
I think it's meant to be kind of like Hollywood, you know?
It's also been about a year since I 100% that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like intentionally going for gems, but I just also instinctively want to get every box I can.
Of course, of course.
But this is not. I mean, like none of these I think I'll try to get the 100% on,
But you know, we'll aim as high as we can. Okay,
especially
now
not the first one.
I remember a level like this in the second one
Yeah.
that was like terrible and insufferable.
Oh, these ones are fun.
I think it was like you were trying to do some sort of speed challenge on it or something.
Oh yeah, those are like a little annoying to get the
Yeah.
gems, but
I guess nothing here is actually time sensitive, so it's not so bad.
yeah.
I think as a kid, a big appeal of these sorts of games is like the levels were like places I wanted to go, you know?
I guess.
Like places that looked pretty or kind of tropical or like warm or lush or whatever.
Yeah, I guess like that was the exciting thing about all those PS1 games was that there was always like super colorful.
Mm-hmm.
So everything looked like really cool and like a place that would be fun to hang out in. But on the other hand, like I don't know, it's just like adult cynicism where now I'm just like, God, this would be the worst shit in my fucking life if I had to go someplace like this.
Well, I think it's an interesting contrast with like I feel like Mario never really cared about that. At least not until like Sunshine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cause like what do you really want to be like hanging out in any like maybe like in Mario World there's a couple levels that are like calm and peaceful, Forest of Illusion or whatever.
I don't know, even like 64 kind of has that vibe.
I don't know. 64's levels, a lot of them are like pretty Spartan, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
there's
just
some
like
that are kind of like
you're on a battlefield.
a little barren or like creepy, but it's just because they have like there's penguins that live here. There's the bob-ombs, or you know what I mean. There's like it's using 100% of my brain power to play this game. There's like it's like there's like life there.
Yeah, I do actually really like that. I think they did that really well in Odyssey as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get across here exactly. It just kind of feels like if this sort of thing exists in Mario, is like incidental, but for like Donkey Kong Country and Crash and 3D Sonic games and stuff, it felt like they were very intentionally like trying to make places you would want to go on vacation. You know? Body blows don't hurt him.
And as the first boss, it's just like a fat guy. Kind of racial.
So, okay, well, I know at some point we're going to talk about this, so we might as well start in episode 1. Is this whole game a little culturally insensitive?
Oh, probably.
Like...
Oh, oops. I was supposed to be looping, but I moved it. Originally, he
Damn,
was only 3
stun
hits
fucking
also.
locked. I like that they made it harder by just making it 5 hits. Like,
I mean, I think it's easier to hit him now. That's the thing. He used to have way more invincibility.
Alright, well, that's it.
We did okay.
Did we have, like, a pre-existing problem with that guy? Or did we just happen to go into his house?
He's just in the way.
Jesus.
I mean, presume
Colonizer mindset.
We've been fighting other indigenous islander type gentlemen.
We have.
So
Coco's time. Oh, so Coco...
is
this for something new
can-
for the remaster?
I think, yeah, you can just play as Coco.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know. So now we can play as Coco if we want. She'll control the same, but she just has like a laptop.
Alright, let's see her laptop.
Okay, we'll play a level or two.
I got a laptop, you know. She kind of like me.
I also have a laptop, but she's not like me at all.
Like, I feel like if we want to really stretch this one, and you know I love to stretch my takes
Oh,
to a
very familiar.
very
couple years.
satisfying, like, it's the same feeling as stretching your body, you know, that release you get.
Same feeling as stretching your hog with your all-day stretcher jelk machine.
That's right, just as satisfying. So, Dr. Neocortex takes natives to this land. True? Or the Bandicoots are from this island originally?
I mean, I think they're supposed to be indigenous to the area.
Okay, that would make sense. He gives them these like modernisms of language and clothes and stuff, and then he sets them back onto the island to seek revenge from him, but also in the process cause chaos and violence and wipe out other indigenous elements.
And maybe like the bandicoots have diseases that the humans aren't ready for.
Yeah, and you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah. It's,
Ah!
okay, sorry. It's very silly.
You
but
can pick it up from here.
I smell what the rock is cooking.
But, you know, if I ever started working at Polygon, this is the sort of shit I would be pitching. So if anybody from Polygon is out there listening, and you'd love to hear a 7,000 word essay of the pre-colonial early settlement projects reflected in Crash Bandicoot's constant cycles of twisted empowerment and unwelcome revenge. I can add more words to that if needed. Then yeah, like, hit me up.
Anyone from Polygon is insane. And would love to just like do a hit of crack on the Keats to YouTube channel.
I showed you before all the articles that Gleb sends me, where he's just like, they're targeting me with this.
And they're like trying to make me
They're
mad.
trying to make me mad with every one of these titles. I'm the only one who will ever read this, and I'm mad about it.
It's also funny because like feels like all their articles are psychotic, but they're like actual like YouTube video team is actually like does some interesting stuff.
Huh, okay. I really only know about them from hearing Gleb complain about them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Like, I know they've been around for a while, so I assume they're doing something interesting.
I mean, even just like being an early adopter of being like a progressive outlet in, I guess I missed one of these, it doesn't matter.
What the hell are those?
Okay, so there's like different heads you collect that take you to bonus levels. So
Yeah, we saw the
there's
girlfriend heads.
Yeah, there's always the Tana ones. That's Dr. Embryo, who
Okay.
is Cortex's like lab assistant, and then
He's like an Igor type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he'll take you to like a significantly harder level.
Mm,
And then
okay.
later on, there's Cortex heads, which take you like the most difficult bonuses.
Ooh.
And I also like this one where you miss a box, it just like dumps them on your fucking head.
That's so bizarre to me.
Yeah, that was in the original too, but it wouldn't play after every level. It was like I didn't really understand how it triggered.
I like that she holds her laptop up to defend herself,
Yeah.
which seems like unwise.
I don't think you're just not allowed to play Coco on this level. Also.
Oh, why?
Because you're riding a hog.
Oh, and they didn't want to program any more animations.
Yes, yeah, they want to model it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the little eyebrows.
The little eyebrows
are so great.
Yeah, no, it's like a real "this is Jackass" moment.
No, he really is like Johnny Knoxville build. The way this controls is a little funky. It's because there's like a lot of pull on it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to be aware of the cycles.
That drum did not do what I expected it to. Oof. Wow, and then just one hit. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, but you get a checkpoint at least.
Yeah, they actually give you a lot of lives in their remaster of this game.
That's nice.
Oh, I'm so off.
That's okay, that's okay. You gotta get accustomed to the hog.
The hog is just like so stunky. I don't know how else to say it, man.
It's like interesting because, you know, this is another element it has in common with Donkey Kong Country. This riding on animals.
Yeah, controls
For
for these
specific
sections are
situations.
just so tight. And even in like Crash 2, they didn't really loosen them up.
Yeah.
It's only in 3 that they made it easier.
It's like, with Donkey Kong Country, it's like a power fantasy. Like, you get to do things that Donkey Kong can't do.
Yeah.
And you don't really lose out on anything. But with here, it feels like it's just like a challenge. It makes the level like a lot harder, really.
Yeah. I mean,
than
and
just
also,
running through it yourself.
we were dodging like hogs that were on spits. So
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
Like, the evil indigenous are roasting the hogs, and we're kind of liberating him.
Oh, okay, okay. This is becoming kind of the narrative of that new Mayan Aztec
Oh yeah.
Assassin's Creed kind of game where
People were really mad about that. They were like, the
'Cause it's
Spanish
like-
weren't all evil, the Aztecs were also bad. And it's like, yeah, but they were there first.
and it's like, and also just the like most brain dead capitulating I've ever seen. That you
Yeah.
have one group of people mad at you because they're like based inquisitors slaughtering millions of indigenous people was good actually. And then they're immediately like, you know what? You're right.
Our bad. Our
You get
bad.
to play as a Spanish dude if you want, and just slaughter them. And it's just like, what the fuck?
These guys are gonna make a Manhunt remake next, I hope.
Ooh. But somehow make it more racially charged.
Yeah. Remake Hatred, actually.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot about that game.
It's one of the funniest trailers of all time.
It's like, it feels so, like, relatively innocent, because now I think if you made a game like that, it would get no press. Like,
Well, yeah,
I
it's
just
like-
assume that there's like a million of those games now.
It's like really weird to me that like people were upset about it as it was, because it's just like, I guess because we already had Postal, you know what I mean? So we already
Yeah.
had this just like stupid juvenile, kill whoever you want. And there's a bunch of like
You can pee
racy
on
stuff
everything.
and
It's like 9/11
cats,
jokes.
asshole, silencer on your shotgun, and you're fucking
Yeah.
going to the convenience store to be racist, like.
That looked like a tricky jump.
I don't know, it feels like the stuff that looks tricky a lot of the time is actually way more forgiving than you think, and the stuff that looks easy is like really fucking annoying.
Classic. That's very PS1 era.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like Hatred is such like it just kind of feels like one of those things where everybody just chose this is the one that we're going to get mad about.
Well, yeah, it
You
feels
know?
like also it feels like the last game that there was like a genuine moral panic about.
Now everyone's just sort of giving up.
I guess there's probably like games now that are getting the moral panic for like life is strange, there's too many transgenders or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of just like like the kind of thing that my parents would see on TV and be like, "Oh, geez."
Mm-hmm.
That was like the last time I remember them being like, "Have you heard of this game? It sounds scary."
Hatred? Do you have hatred in your heart, son?
Yes.
No, no, no.
For the white race.
Ah!
That's fine.
I really liked when Duck talked about how to be good at Melee, you have to have hate in your heart.
That's like, I don't know, that's like any
It's
competitive
so
thing,
true.
though,
It's
right?
so real. I find it so much easier to play against. The less I respect my opponent as a person, the better I can play against them. Which seems backwards, but it's so true. How long should we make these episodes, by the way?
I don't know.
We're
Well, we're almost finished. Let's just finish this and then we can cut it and do another.
okay. Wait a minute. Should we cut it, or should we actually just keep recording and I should split them out in editing? Because every time we stop recording or click outside the screen, it's like a nightmare.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
I mean, like,
Assuming you want to record a couple episodes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'm having fun with,
Sweet,
with a
sweet.
childhood favorite.
Wow, that's excellent. That's
Once
what we love
I-
here on the Keys to YouTube channel.
Once I get more into the groove, we can start getting into the real topics, like fucking Owen Wilson, and all that kind of stuff.
That's right. We talked a lot about Owen Wilson
Yeah, 'cause I love
in
Owen
the Let's
Wilson.
Plays. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, dude. This is like,
Bro, Paper fucking Mario up in here.
yeah, it's an unintended little
I like it. I like it a lot.
skip-a-doodle.
That's very good. And I like the little cue of, oh, there's no spike on this one. You know?
I
That's all you need.
These games are always good at like signposting that kind of stuff. It's just in terms of like execution that's difficult.
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, it's, there's like a real intent to communicate with the player, which I like.
Yeah.
That is something I will always complain about with Donkey Kong Country is like the secrets. You just have to like kill yourself over and over and over. Like
Yeah, a lot of games from that era had stuff like that. I mean, it's the same like Mega Man X, where it's like, you want to get the Hadouken, kill yourself 5 times on the Armored Armadillo stage.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Just,
why would you
do
do
that?
that?
No, why would you?
Why would you do that other than just like being an angry child?
You have to like make it look hard at least. You have to make people curious if they can do something, you know?
Yeah. And so you have to kill yourself a bunch and then get up to that ledge that you've probably already tried getting up to because you're like, what's up there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if there's any like signposting up there of like, oh, the Hadouken's here.
I don't know, I feel like these old games, to a certain extent, they kind of expected people to be reading player's guides or, like, talking to friends.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, there was definitely more... It's kind of weird, because, like, nowadays, the externality to games is, like, way larger. You know, you can watch, like, video walkthroughs for any fucking thing ever.
Well, yeah, it's weird that,
But-
like, in a time where guides are now just, like, everywhere and are way more accessible than ever, this kind of stuff isn't there. Because I guess for, like, the developer side, it's like, oh, this is this thing we put in, and now you can, like, if you buy the guide, you get to find out about it, and then it spreads through word of mouth.
I think that might be partially it, is that they just wanted people to buy the guide. And they, like, wanted this, to develop this, like, need for the externalities.
Well, just
Because
like,
it was more profit motivated than watch YouTube, which has nothing to do with us.
well, it creates, like, an organic excitement, right? Which is, like, so impossible to replicate now. But let's talk
Yeah.
about this next time.
Let's talk about this next time.